Thanks to everyone for making it over to the source. We're super excited about this project. It's 15 tenants, all new generation businesses, some of the best producers, most interesting retail type businesses in the region, all in one place in a recycled former foundry building. And we really appreciate the opportunity to be able to host the mayor and Paul Washington from OED to see really the new face for retail. The city is a lot of things. We're not trying to build strip malls in the same way. Really, the future is about projects like this, recycled, repurposed, drawing on the unique culture and character of the urban neighborhood that it's in. So thanks to everyone for turning out. Really appreciate it, and I'd like to introduce Paul Washington from OED.
Well, thank you, Kyle. I'm going to introduce and bring up the mayor in just a brief few moments, but I do want to touch upon a couple of our accomplishments from 2013. We released our annual report yesterday, and it's really a snapshot, if you will, of all the accomplishments that came out of the JumpStart 2013 program. Of course, today we're here to launch the JumpStart 2014 program. The mayor will talk a lot more about that, but again, I want to reflect upon some of the successes we've had in our economic development strategy, and I think they're very profound. First, our business recruitment and business tax credit program helped 85 companies create or retain almost 1,600 jobs and then leverage another $200 million in private investment. There were a number of small business initiatives that we undertook with the help of Mayor Hancock. We published the first annual Denver Venture Capital Report. We also published the second annual Capital Matrix. The Capital Matrix is an assemblage of over 250 institutional investors that have ever done a deal in Colorado over the last 5 years. And that's a great resource for small businesses looking to access capital. We loaned over $3 million to small businesses, creating over 158 jobs and leveraging another $29 million of private capital investment. With respect to kids, we had over 5,000 kids participating in our summer youth job training and programs last summer. We also financed the construction of over 450 affordable and workforce housing units, including the commitment of funds to the 108-unit Chestnut development, which will guarantee affordable units, 68 affordable units at Denver Union Station for the next 60 years. And finally, over 32,000 individuals came through our workforce centers. We helped over 440 veterans obtain jobs. And then we moved about 1,100 families from public assistance to employment. So we're very proud of those facts, and all of this comes through some of the strategic planning of JumpStart 2014 or 2013, and then of course the leadership of Mayor Michael Hancock. And with no further ado, I'd like to introduce and bring to the podium the Honorable Mayor Michael B. Hancock.
Thank you all. And let me start off by first thanking Mickey and Kyle Zeppelin for allowing us into this great place, the source that is doing so well and become in such a very short time, a source of pride for this community. Thank you very much, Kyle. Let me also celebrate with you all, Paul Washington and the entire Office of Economic Development. We have watched from the very first iteration of the JumpStart series, if you will, in 2012, how the office has really created a framework for economic development in Denver, given us a blueprint in which to monitor, and thirdly, in which to report back the results. And they have been nothing short of spectacular. And I want to congratulate Paul Washington and the entire Office of Economic Development on doing what we needed to do when we came into office, and that was to jumpstart our local economy. Thank you so much, Paul. I want to acknowledge the members of the Denver City Council are here. I saw Councilman Albus Brooks is here. I want to make sure I don't miss anyone else. The member of Denver City Council is here. I want to thank you, Councilman, for joining us today on this big announcement. And many of you know that I'm a big proponent of the discipline and detail that goes into developing each year's edition of JumpStart economic development strategies. Not only is it highly useful, highly effective, and proven roadmap to develop innovative economic development, it creates a system of tracking our progress against specific milestones. The approach has been motivating and measurable. Paul has given you a sense of the wide range of initiatives that are accomplished by the Office of Economic Development across 7 pillars. He talked about how we've gone about business recruitment, business retention, support for small businesses and startups, lending programs, strategic projects like this area here where the city of Denver has invested no less than $10 million in helping Acorn start here at the source, where across the river there, our investment in taxi industry just across the street as well, and of course the Great Divide that will be here in just a few months. Housing and neighborhood development and workforce development. All of these pillars have gone into bringing us to this moment where we are celebrating some very impressive indicators that our economy has not only recovered but is moving quite well. I am proud all that has been accomplished, and it has not been accomplished without some tremendous work and effort on behalf of the city employees of Denver, and not the least of which, of course, the Office of Economic Development. Today, I am most excited about a unique area of our plans for 2014. I like to call it Choose Denver. However, Paul Washington and the Office of Economic Development is going to call it Denver Strategic Retail Plan. Not as sexy as my term, but we're here today at the source because it's the perfect example of what we want to accomplish in 2014. To have this year be the year that you see retail development really take off in Denver. Denver, along with key partners and stakeholders, will grow our urban and neighborhood retail markets by strengthening retail districts, centers, and businesses, and identifying and supporting new opportunities, all serving Denver's diverse resident and visitor customers. Retail activity is extremely important to our fiscal health, and our goal is to make Denver truly one of the nation's landmark retail cities. About 6 months ago, you might recall, we completed a major study of Denver's retail strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities. Among Denver's strengths is the retail sector overall is the strong inflows from business travelers, visitors, and non-city residents. We also do extremely well with our eating and drinking establishments, with a number of chef-driven restaurants and demand for convention and business travelers. However, our research has shown that Denver has some challenges in our drive for increased retail market strength, including the lack of general merchandise retailers. Our new retail strategy will deploy several tactics to grow retail markets throughout the city, including enhancing retail options within neighborhoods, working with retailers and developers to encourage retail development in our city limits. Denver is well positioned for retail growth. Not only are we the fastest growing county in the state, but we have incredible assets to go along with it. New urban housing, a booming business climate, and a strong array of entertainment options and dining experiences. We will leverage these opportunities to make Denver one of the most prolific, progressive, and entertaining retail environments with a world-class diversity of products, tastes, and experiences. I'm excited about the retail strategy, but Denver will also remain focused on driving tried and true methods for job growth and economic development, methods that have proven to be a great success in our great city. We will continue to expand workforce training resources on key high growth, middle skill occupations such as healthcare, information technology, and advanced manufacturing. And finally, we will continue to work on establishing a sustainable preservation Fund for Affordable Housing, a full spectrum of housing from homeless to affordability priced apartments and responsible home ownership is essential to grow Denver's economy. By investing in and strengthening our most disenfranchised neighborhoods and communities, the city will in turn build a stronger environment to foster economic growth. Denver, I want to say this very clearly. We have an exciting year ahead of us. I encourage you to stay tuned as we work, but also to join in with us as we work toward these important goals that are encapsulated in JumpStart 2014. These are ambitious objectives to elevate Denver to the status of a truly landmark retail city. Only then will we be able to realize our full potential as a city to offer something for everyone. And this includes working to close or to eliminate food deserts throughout our city by investing in the neighborhoods that, quite frankly, need our investment and need our attention. And so I'm excited about what's about to happen in 2014, just as I was when we released JumpStart 2012 and JumpStart 2013, two additions that have proven successful in our efforts to continue to move our economy forward. With that, let me say we are available for questions, and we welcome your thorough review of JumpStart 2014. Thank you all for being here.